I recently did a poll and asked a lot of you viewers to tell me what kind of videos would you like me to make, and very happy to announce that majority of you said that make videos around ACCA course, break the myths, tell us why ACCA is good and why is it bad as well sometimes, right? So in my today's video, because I had a few of you who asked me how they can move abroad even as a fresher, right? That was something that a few of you asked me, and I know that the most views that I've gotten on my channel are for the videos where I've spoken about how to move abroad. So I thought that I will make another video, maybe not detailing, but yeah, at least share my views on how you can do that, right? So in today's video, we're going to discuss that. But before we do that, like always, thank you so much for all your love, all your comments, all your feedback. I truly appreciate it. I've recently started, posting stuff, asking you questions, putting up polls, etc. So do continue to engage with those as well. And people who are already doing that, thank you for all your support with that as well. Now, moving abroad, first of all, you should know that I'm a big nationalist, and I truly believe that the kind of opportunities that you're going to get in India, you are not going to get elsewhere. Look, I understand, and I'm sure people would probably try to troll me as well for the bad roads and for the bad weather, and sometimes the governance and all that. But look, while it may seem that outside India every country is doing well, but when you start living there, you know that they also have sometimes bad roads, they also sometimes have bad politics, right? So yes, we can definitely do a lot better, especially on our roads and especially on our air quality index. But look, another video for that. Today I'm just going to talk about that if you want to move abroad, you can, right? And there are a couple ways of doing that, and I've made videos around how you can do it. Let's say you can go for a master's, and I think that's a very good option. Go for a master's outside India. Most countries like UK, most European countries, Australia, give you post-study work visa, right? So try and find a job, suitable job, while you have your post-study work visa. And look, you can very much find a job, because if you're already in ACCA, you already have masters of that country, and you have a work visa for a couple of years, most companies would want to hire you. Because look, it is not about the skills, it is not about anything, it is about a visa, right? Most people do not talk about it, and hence when I say that no, just by doing ACCA you can't just find a job anywhere, is because most countries have rigorous visa process, especially the countries that you want to go to. You want to go to UK, very strict visa process. You want to go to Europe, you want to go to Germany, France, very rigorous. You want to go to Australia, very rigorous, right? So it's not that anyone can get a visa and start working, right? It's a rigorous process, and the employers, if they have to hire from someone from, let's say, outside India, outside UK, right? They want to hire someone from India, they will have to go through a very long process of justifying why they couldn't hire a local person and has to actually hire from someone outside. You see how difficult it can be. They'll have to go through a whole process. They'll have to publish the job. They'll have to keep looking. They have to prove that they were looking for this person in the country. They couldn't find it, and that's why they had to find someone from outside their country, right? So it's not an easy process, and that's why my dear students, right? That's why I keep telling you guys that yes, ACCA does open doors for moving abroad, right? But there is a problem with the visa, okay? But I don't want to demotivate you by saying that it is not going to happen. It happens. Look, I did get opportunities, and I'm going to share how did I get an opportunity in Dubai, or not once but twice, right? It was largely through someone I knew at these organizations, right? So at KPMG, I had a friend of mine, from Mumbai, who was working already over there. Now they were looking for qualified people, they were looking for ACCAs, right? I asked him that, can you put my resume in? He gave my resume. Now, of course, he was also at a decent level at that time. Not a very senior, because I'm talking about, this was 2008, 2009, right? So it's a fairly long time ago. So he was not like a senior person, right? But he put in my resume. The HR liked my profile, right? I did all the technical rounds and all the rounds that were there in KPMG at the time, and I got a very, very good offer, right? A very good offer, right? But I did not go, because like always, I will get carried away, apply for a job or apply for a PR like I did for Australia, and I don't want to go, right? So, because like I said at the start, I am a nationalist. I do believe that India has all the opportunities. I have my family, friends, all of them here, right? So I've always, wished to stay back. But yeah, if you want to move abroad, please start looking in your circles. See if you have a friend, a family member, your ex-employer, or anyone who's moved abroad, who's working overseas. Because if they can get your resume in, I'm almost certain, right, that you can get a call is because you are an ACCA, right? Especially if the organization is large, they don't have a challenge in proving that they've tried and they couldn't find anyone, right? They should be able to hire you, right? So one of the first things that I would say is that look in your network, see if there are any people who are already overseas and which companies they're working for. Talk to them, find out if they are open to hiring people from outside UK, Europe, Dubai, whatever, right? Do that. That's one of the first things that you can do, and probably the easiest way to move overseas. The second one is I mentioned in my previous videos, which is if you want to move abroad, masters is good. Otherwise, work for an organization in India like an MNC, a Big Four, etc. And then there are opportunities to move overseas, right? There will be openings in, let's say, EY's London office, right? Or PwC's Sydney office, right? Or something like that. You can then apply for those opportunities. But yes, you will have to work in these organizations for some time. You have to create, good rapport with your bosses and the people who are overseas, right? So it is a long process, but that's another way you can move abroad. Or the third way is really, wait for the time, right? So keep working, keep building experiences, and then apply for a PR, right? Permanent residency, especially in Europe, there are multiple countries that are open for PR. Australia, I know, is open for PR. Canada is open for PR, right? PR is permanent residency, right? You can, using your experience, your ACCA qualification, your maybe your age, you're married, etc. All of that, they all go on a point system, and basis that, you should be able to apply for a PR, right? So I'm really sorry that my video is not straight away saying that yes, this is how you will straight away get a job, because it isn't that easy. If anyone is telling you that it is easy, then they are it's a marketing gimmick, right? And you should all know by now, I'm 250 videos down on YouTube, right? You should all know that I'm not your typical marketing guy, right? So look, these are all the ways that you can move abroad, and but I will still say that there are lots of opportunities in India. You don't just have to work. You can always start your own consulting. You can always start your own outsourcing firms. You can start your own tax practice. You can start, India is the playground for tons of things that you can do, right? So feel free to reach out to me if you still have any questions. Do leave a comment. If you know any other view that I've missed, I would love to maybe correct myself in my next video and come up with another one where we can talk about those things as well, right? On that note, thank you so much. Do share this video with your friends who's planning to move abroad, and all the very best. Thank you so much.